Well, very good evening, one and all, and welcome along to, believe it or not, episode 65 of the Studio Rats Live Q&A. My name's James Ivy.
I'm Paul Drew.
You are very welcome to join us. So far, there's no one in the room. I can tell that because there's no one telling me that there's any numbers up there. So, yeah, where are you all? 6 people. There we go.
There we
Here
go.
we
Always
go.
coming a bit late.
We're always piling
David.
in.
Evening, David. David's in the house. So you all right? Had a good day?
Yeah, other than technology fighting back, I thought I'd have a nice early start, crack on, and no, I ended up with plugin issues, followed by plugin errors, followed by software errors, followed by having to reinstall Pro Tools. Always a great start to the day. 2 hours later, I was up and running, but in that time I got other things done. So I'd written scripts for stuff, so I wasn't just sitting there randomly watching YouTube videos of someone's cat. I actually was being constructive. And of course, in the meantime, the post arrived.
Go on then. Seven butchers.
Right. I was talking about this last week, and it arrived today. How retro and awesome is that?
Sort of retro in a non-retro way, isn't it? It was almost trying to be futuristic and didn't quite get there.
Do you know what? I was noodling with it for about 5-10 minutes and went, do you know what? This is so easy. It's so brilliantly easy to get not bad tones, I didn't think.
Well, I heard, and I did listen to a YouTube video because you saying you were going to get one. I listened to a YouTube video of someone trying it out. And, you know, like some people don't exactly choose the best tones and oof. Oh,
don't get me wrong. I mean, it does crazy effects really well. If you like that kind of sorrow, the Pink Floyd sorrow, that big delay and over the top delay feedback thing, it sounds amazing. But I loved this thing back 20 something years ago. And you know what? It all came flooding back. What I liked about it, the fact that it's so instant. There's no kind of turn it on, wait for 5 minutes for the software to boot up. It's like turn it on and go. So I'm coming to yours again next week, and I'll bring this, and we can have a play. We can see if we can compare this to the pod almost, because let's face it, they were the same sort of era.
Well, that's a copy of the pod, wasn't it? I think
this was the. I always called it the slightly better pod because it was Soldano badged, wasn't it? It was Johnson. Yeah, because Johnson was one of the lead developers for Soldano. That was where it all came from.
Oh, right. Awesome. Yeah, nice. Yeah, we'll have a look at that.
Great fun.
We'll have a look at that. So do you want to hear about my day?
Well, I was going to say, Safey's in the house. Good evening, buddy. John Randall's in the house, and the Geester is in the house. And now I want to hear about your day.
Well, I shot a video. You know, like how you do it. I mean, it's not as bad for you because you've got hair and stuff, but you know, there's. Well, no. You'll hear this.
Where's this going?
No, you'll understand in a minute, but you know, sometimes I shoot a video and I spend hours shooting the video, you know, and then you edit the video. You know, James knows this, but the listeners might not. And then you look back at the video. For some reason, the cruel world has taken all the hair off my head, and it's made my eyebrows just like grow, like absolutely bonkers. So if I look there, so in the video, I've got my side on, and all you can see is this like eyebrow just doing this all the time. It's like sticking out a mile. You can't even see it now, but it's.
Only you would notice that, right?
Oh no, mate! No! I've got to shoot the whole video again. It's a nightmare. But anyway.
But it sounds like we've both had tech issues today and stuff not doing what it's supposed to do. So
absolutely,
yeah, I feel your pain. I spent the day with Mr. Drew yesterday. The part one of the Fruits of Our Labour went live yesterday as well. The Tape Echo, the True Voice, Selma True Voice Tape Echo video. I still think that thing's brilliant. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, I love that.
Lots of nice comments about the tones and stuff. It's a great sounding box, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it's awesome. The only thing we didn't try that I think we should have tried is to actually plug the guitar into it, and then plug that into, you know, use it as a drive box. But anyway, in tonight's show, depending where you are, we are announcing I'll get it.
Ooh,
Oh,
it's very exciting.
the winner of the Gt1 competition. So when are we going to do this?
About halfway through, I reckon, because
Okay.
that way we build up the tension, and yet we don't pee everybody off by saying, "Oh, we'll keep doing it," and then do it right at the last minute, because that's rubbish.
Okay.
We'll give it until we've got a few more bodies in, and then we'll announce it. It's very exciting. So if you did enter to win the GT1, you'll be finding out if you won in about half hour or so.
Possibly a bit longer.
Yeah, possibly. Who knows? So we also shot yesterday the MX5 video, the head rush video. Kind of part one, really, wasn't it? Because it's basically what do we think to the presets and your first reactions to it, and that's come out as a really good video. So that'll be going live when I finished it, quite frankly. And then there's that
was interesting. That was interesting, because what happened? And have you got it there? Have you got it to hand?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. Share everyone, just so everyone knows what we're talking about.
Right, there you go. That is the head rush MX5.
There it is. Right. So we plugged it in, and I plugged my pedal board, because my pedal board's down there, and it's just easy because I've got wires going all the way around the back of my equipment. Set up where I do the filming on the desk, plug it in, and we're going, and I'm saying, I don't like the sound of this. This thing's not.
That's some weird overtone stuff going on.
It was some weird stuff going on. I don't like it. I don't know how we're going to do this video. About an hour fiddling, trying to work it out, trying to work out what's going wrong.
Me being quite dejected that you thought this thing was not very good. Me going,
well, I felt bad. I just, I sort of felt like I just told you your kid was ugly. Do you know what I mean? So then we unplugged the pedal board and plugged straight in. What a difference. The thing sounded great. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's very cool. Very cool. Yeah, and when you think that this thing is like 400 and a bit quid to us in the UK, and it's got all the power and all the juice of quad processing and stuff, it doesn't get that hot either, which is a really nice thing to say out loud. Most of the gear I'm trying at the moment gets ludicrously hot.
I started off in a good mood until Stephen James's comment.
Oh, Brian Setzer was selling on Reverb. Oh.
Do you want to put it up on the screen?
I will do. Yes, I will. Sorry, that's a bit silly of me, wasn't it?
Brian Setzer was selling a load of gear on Reverb, all sold out in minutes, amazing prices. I'm gutted.
Amazingly high or amazingly low? That's the real question, isn't it?
I reckon amazingly low.
I'm not sure.
Oh, gutted.
So we should also say hi to Stephen James, who's in the house again, Phil McNally, David Fernandez Lopez. What a fantastic name. What do we do for a living? K. Michael P's in the house, and Mr. Aiton is in the house. Great to see you, buddy. It has indeed been a while.
It has been a while.
So, as always, we are taking your questions, should you have any. If not, we will probably end up shooting the breeze. Paul has probably done his homework and found some loveliness for us to salivate over, drool over.
If you want, whatever you fancy doing, mate. Absolutely, yeah.
Have you had a chance to edit the other video we shot yet?
No. I was going to do that tomorrow morning, to be honest.
Okay.
So yeah, no, that'll go out tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah,
that'll go out tomorrow afternoon. So we'll do that. Yeah, don't.
The closest thing I've ever done to a fanboy video. Moving on.
Yes, absolutely. What do you want to do? As there's no questions coming through, do you want to do new gear that's coming?
Let's have a look at some new toys. Yeah, see what's happening. Which, of course, is a guaranteed way to make sure that some questions start coming in.
Absolutely right.
So, what you found? What have you found in the last week of loveliness? Say when.
When.
Okay, what we got? Ooh.
What? I'm not sure about that. Look at this.
Ooh.
So the Fender Swinger. You know something about swinging, don't you, James?
Yeah, I'm a drummer. I can swing. Yes.
Yes, the Gt1 Sonata, radical-looking new signature guitar. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a stinker as far as I'm concerned.
Do you know what? I'm actually not upset by that. What I like is it's got P90s on. It's like I'm looking for a P90 guitar at the moment.
I mean, no. Look at the headstock. That's just, it's all, no, it's all wrong.
It looks a bit like who's the singer-songwriter girly who has the guitar, the Ernie Ball guitar series.
Oh, Annie, what's her name?
Yeah,
St. Vincent.
St. Vincent. Weird looking guitars.
Yes, and yeah, I know. I mean, that's a way better looking guitar than this. This is that to me is like something that got.
No, to me that looks more like a guitar than those St. Vincent guitars.
Okay,
I actually quite like this. The headstock's a bit weird, but do you know what? I bet that plays really nice. I bet it's balanced beautifully.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Okay, so there's that.
Sorry, how much?
How much? Oh, good question. Let's have a look. They do normally say.
It's there, isn't it? $1,500.
$1,500.
About $1,000. Well, no, a bit more than that these days, isn't it? But
grand, yeah, but it's
horrendous.
and it's offended Japan, so you know the quality is going to be sort of fairly top.
I don't mind that.
Okay, I thought these looked.
Ooh,
really nice.
They look nice.
So you know, Harmony are doing all their guitars. Actually, let me just do this, and then I can make the screen bigger, can't I?
Nice, yeah.
So let me get rid of that Disney thing. So yeah, so Harmony are doing all their guitars at the moment. American made, really sort of reasonable prices, £1,200 for an American made guitar, and they're just releasing these retro amps, and I think they look awesome.
Yeah, very cool. I like that.
And not too expensive.
Define not too expensive.
Starts at I think $600. No, $550 for the
30 watt.
It goes up to 60 watt. So there's a
20 watt.
There's a 20. There's a 5 watt.
Right.
Great for studios. A 20 watt and a 50 watt.
Nice.
And the 50 watt is $999.
That's not bad, is it?
No,
for a beautiful valve amp. That's really lovely.
Yeah. I think that's really nice. Hopefully, you know, like their guitars. Hopefully, they're all made in the States.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Fingers crossed. Like that a lot.
Cool.
Now
that looks tasty.
Yeah, 3D. So something about Fender. They're now offering 3D rendered view of their custom instruments. So you can go on onto the mod shop, it's called, and make up your guitar. But now they're offering rosewood necks and Bigsby's as well, which is awesome. So solid rosewood neck and Bigsby's. Yeah, really nice.
Very cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. I'll zoom it in.
Oh dear. I can, yes.
So Metallica's Blackened American Whiskey has been pummeled by the low hertz frequencies of the band's classic tracks. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong here. Is there a lot of low frequency in Metallica tracks?
Not a great deal.
It's not. I mean, the kick drum is like, it's like a, it's
clickety, 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 click.
Yeah. There's not a lot of bottom end in a Metallica track.
No.
Anyway. So yeah, sort of low mids, do you reckon, James, or high mids? It's been pummeled. It's been pummeled by annoying high mids. It's
been clicked together by a bass drum, isn't it? Basically.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So Metallica are doing their whiskey. Interesting.
Not really.
Oh,
it looks quite. The bottle looks cool. I will say that. But come on.
Yeah. So anyway, there's that. What else? New Omar Rodriguez Lopez signature Mariposas.
That's
just
weird.
Nice.
That's
they're
weird.
Great. Yeah, but think about the the Albert Lees.
Yeah.
They've got that sort of look about them.
Yeah, true.
I think they look great. And again, they have got that sort of if you chopped it off there and add another bit there, it is the St. Vincent shape, isn't it?
And actually, funnily enough, they're using the same bridge, or it looks like the same bridge as the JPs. from here, it looks very similar to that.
It probably is, yeah.
That kind of covered tailpiece, so you can put your hand on there and not mute the strings if you don't want to.
Oh, is that what they've done? That interesting.
Possibly, I'm not entirely sure, but that's how it looks to me.
Well, anyway, $3.5 grand.
Whoa! See, this is what I think is weird. You've got all that modern body, and you've still got the traditional headstock. I think they should go a little bit more bonkers with the headstock when they go quite so angular with the body. They could do a bit more.
I mean, I do. I think it looks more retro than modern. I think it's got that. I think it's got that sort of
Jetsons vibe.
50s Jetsons sort of vibe. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah. But yeah, I like it. I like. What else we got?
There's a lot of money though.
Right, this is interesting.
Oh, hello.
Well, clones have been going for stupid money at the moment.
Yes. Yeah.
So Bill Finnegan is the creator of the clone.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, what he's doing, he's starting up a new workshop where he's going to be making clones.
There's got to be a clone gag we can get in there, but I'm struggling.
Yeah, possibly. But the good thing is, hopefully, that's going to stop all these sort of stupid, like clone prices that are going, $5 grand, etc.
Is there anything particularly, other than the fact it sounds really good, is there anything particularly special about a clone? Does it use kind of like gold terminated resistors and cadmium laden Peruvian goat scarf covered? I don't know. Or is it just the fact that it's a really, really good overdrive that everyone's gone, we like this, I want one. Oh, there aren't very many. Prices, whoom.
Yeah, I mean, he stopped making the actual clones,
right?
So that there's a certain amount of them. Mm-hmm. No, as far as I know, there's no sort of anything particularly special in there.
Right. Okay.
And I think it's more the fact that it's like the Dumble lamp. It's the same as that. It's become a bit mythical. Excuse me.
You're excused.
Thank you. Fractal audio.
I saw this and thought, that's nice.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is nice.
Whoops. Oh, how do I do that?
You're going to need a rocket science degree to operate the thing, but that's been the case with fractal stuff anyway. So,
yeah, nice though. I like the
nice.
I mean, it sort of takes it from the FM3, but some of the design. It's basically that if I chopped it in half, there's an FM3, and with the add-on pack that you can get, whatever that's called.
Yeah,
but it looks nice.
Price?
Good question. So look, $1,500.
That's not bad.
I don't think that's. I mean, it's expensive, but it's not. Think about the price of
Quad Cortex,
or a Kemper.
Yeah,
it's it's those sort of prices.
It might make that the sort of purchase you might come back from NAMM with.
Yeah, but look at the ins and outs on it. It's got two sets of balanced XLR.
It's got someone's machine gunned it.
Yeah, someone's machine gunned it. Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
That looks very nice. There's only one problem.
What's that?
They don't lend them out to reviewers.
It's bonkers, isn't it? It's absolutely bonkers.
Crazy. It kind of keeps it mythical and ethical, doesn't it?
Yeah. Right. I've got a couple of things that I'm not too pleased about, but
okay. Oh.
So about a month ago, maybe a month and a half, there was a mini BE Deluxe Freedom.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Well, what's the company that makes all the
Morgan Freeman?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Basically the amp workshop in LA that makes all the amps.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like to me they're just. I mean, basically what they're doing, as far as I can see, they're putting basically a pedal in an amp and putting a Class D power amp in it, a very small Class D power amp, and I just think it's a bit gimmicky.
They've probably sold an absolute shit ton.
Oh yeah, they have.
The Freedmans.
Yeah,
and then they've thought, hang on, what's another amp we could do that people like? Oh, the Diesel. Let's do that. They probably didn't do it in that voice, but
Well, you say that. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand the market. I don't understand who's going to buy them.
Probably the people who go. I think this is, excuse me. This is top end amps for bedroom boys.
Are they? But they're not top end amps.
But bedroom boys think they are because they've got the words Bogner on them or diesel.
Right. Okay.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
That could be me being cynical. It's for the guys who want to buy a PRS or want to buy a Music Man, but buy an SE or a. I'm trying to think what the.
Oh, I don't think that's particularly fair. I think you're still talking good quality instruments, and let's not become snobby about this. I think this is it's something, but it's more of a toy. It's more of a toy. I think if they release these at Christmas, I could see it as like it's not a stocking present. That they're not cheap. How much are they?
Yeah.
They
600 saying?
No.
299.
299 euros.
Yeah.
But look, it's got a little power supply. Honestly, I don't get it. I don't get it. I think I'd rather spend for was it 200 or 300?
300.
So $300. I think I'd rather spend buy a second-hand Fender Blues Junior.
Yeah. Or actually, even if you were, because they've got a solid state power amp in it, and it's got a pedal front end effectively.
Yeah.
You'd buy a Katana, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would. I mean, but that's the thing. The Katana hasn't got Bogner or Diesel written on it or Friedman, but that's not what it is. No. It's Anyway, talking of PRS.
Ooh.
So you must know who Herman Lee is.
I am aware of him. Yes.
Yes. So the new PRS artist. So
I quite like that. I know you would like it.
I knew you'd like that
because it's pink. I know you'd like it. I love the nearly monkey grip as well on the orange one.
No. That's the Ibanez. So that's the one that's already out.
Oh, that is the Ibanez. Okay, fair enough.
Yes, that's the Ibanez one that's already been out. This is the new PRS one.
I actually do like that.
No. But each their own. If you want Fishman Fluence pickups and a Floyd Rose, then put on a PRS.
It's gonna sing though, isn't it? Let's face it.
Oh yeah, I mean I think it'd be great. But I mean I don't like I think the rainbow humbuckers look a bit gimmicky.
Yeah, but hey, I quite like it, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Anyway, that's it.
Cool.
Coming out.
Jump into some questions.
Yes.
Here we go. We're off and running.
Terry Wolf says, "Hi guys, I want to use a compressor to track my vocals before it hits my DAW. Is it possible to use a pedal compressor rather than a big hardware unit, such as an LA2A? An LA2A is cost prohibitive. Yes, yeah. There's no reason why, as long as you use the right equipment to get the impedance sorted out.
Yes. Alternatively, how much is a good pedal compressor?
I mean,
100 quid, 200 quid?
Oh yeah, between 100 and 200. Well, no, between 50 and a Boss. What was their compressor called? The CS?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yes one.
Yeah.
I reckon anything from 50 to 50, 150, you'd get a decent one.
So your problem here is impedance, which is effectively resistance, as Paul said. The best way to do this would be, rather than try and expect your mic, don't put it between your mic and your mic pre, put it in the insert loop. That's the best way to do it, because that way you get round any problems of impedance mismatching and level mismatching, because you can tweak it all within the effects loop or within the insert loop.
Can I put a suggestion in there. I would say don't do it. I would say don't do it. I think pedal compressors tend to be a little bit not really like a hardware studio compressor. They tend to grab quite hard. You're okay if you got one with a mix knob on it. I mean, I would
don't get the control either. You don't get anything like the level of control. My suggestion was going to be,
well, an LA2A, you don't really get any control with an LA2A.
No, but if you could find a used Clark Technic 2A, a KT2A, or a KT76. Okay, let's not pretend that the Clark Technic one sounds as good as a UA or even a Warm, but it's still a totally usable compressor, all that sort of thing, and it's got the control, and you're not then messing around with impedance mismatching, etc., etc. Just an idea.
I'd suggest, if you really want to do it, I would suggest recording clean into your DAW, and then if your sound card allows, if your interface allows, then get a reamp to DI.
Yeah.
And do it that way. So if you want to use a hardware compressor, use it in the chain, so you're not going through it, and see if you like the sound of it. I think I think it would work, and it will probably work absolutely fine, but I don't think I'd do it. Other than that, just use plugins.
The only compressor that I've actually found that I would do that with is the Dark Glass bass compressor. It is so good.
Is it?
It is amazing, but it is 250, 300 quid.
That's a lot cheaper than a hardware unit.
Not than a Clark Technic isn't.
Okay, fair enough.
They're dirt cheap.
Yeah, fair dues.
Okay.
Mike says, Paul, which guitars got cold for the PRS studio? Absolutely none of them. It's not happening at the moment. Do you know what? I never used to, and I used to have like, one or two guitars. I've just become obsessed at the moment. I can't, and I've become that person that just goes, oh no, I can't sell one. I was sort of thinking about selling one of the Sirs. I thought about it, and then I played it, and I was like, oh no, I like it. So I don't know yet. Sorry, mate, go on. The geezer, excuse me. The geezer says, how was your holiday, Paul? It was nice, thanks, mate. It was nice. I drank all the beers in Christchurch. I don't think there's any left.
Good work. I like that. I approve.
None of them. Danny T says, hey guys, I've been watching the videos Paul put out on the Line 6 pod. I picked up a bass pod cheap, and that thing is brilliant. Do you know what? I used to like the bass pod. I think the bass pod's quite good because it was good for getting a drivey sort of bass tone.
Mm-hmm. Not good for a nice, clean, spanky slap sound, though, from what I remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Too much of everything. You just basically bypassed it. Sounded better.
Yeah. Good. A good shout there, Danny. Nice one. Mike says, I nearly bought a Shiji. What do you reckon, James?
I reckon it's
Shiji.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, Goto hardware and pickups, a roasted maple neck, a lot guitar for £800. Nice.
Sounds very sweet.
Nice. Yeah.
It's telly, which is always wrong, but
Wrong. Oof. Fighting talk. Atari Wolf says, if you knew you had created a superb, catchy pop song because your daughter and her friends thought it was amazing, how would you go about making money from it?
You'd play it to us.
If it's that good, well, you can send it. You can send it through, and I'll send it to the publishing. And I'll play it to Greg in publishing if it's that good. Be interesting, and then interesting.
You could have just got yourself a publishing deal. Who knows?
Well, I mean, it's like, okay. Let's take it away from us. What would I do? Really hard to get songs placed at the moment. I think if you haven't got, the thing is, like, you can't I mean, I don't know, Atari. Maybe you've got some connections, but I think it's really hard to go to an A&R man, record company, management, and get a song listened to without some previous contact.
Some history.
The classic thing is when me, Greg, Pete and I first started DWB, it was literally banging our heads against doors where people were going, well, what have you done in the past? What have you done in the past? And then you have to build that up so slowly. And I don't know what it is, 20 years later, luckily Greg has built up the contacts to be able to sort of go in and talk to people direct. But it's really hard for someone who hasn't got that contact with someone to go in and get a song played and listen to. It really is.
And I know nothing about this side of things. I just don't. But if Atari does have a song and he sends it to you and you go, there's something in this. Just say, as a for instance, we've got the next Gangnam Style, say.
Yeah.
A song that's gone ballistic. Somebody had to write Gangnam Style. Someone's written all these songs. The guys who did Despacito were nobodies until that song.
Really?
It got picked up by what's his face? Justin Bieber. Then, of course, it was an Uber song, but it was a traditional kind of Spanish melody, Mexican Spanish melody at that point. So it does happen. Stranger things do happen. It's just you've got to get it in front of the right person. If the right person has contacted up to the gazoot, then it can make a difference.
Can I just say as well, get the production up to scratch, because if you submit a song and you can't do it anymore. You cannot just give an acoustic guitar, rough vocal as a demo. That doesn't happen anymore. It has to be a fully produced song that sounds like a record, because people don't have the imagination anymore.
There's a great story about Big George, as in the TV theme writer, and he was doing, sadly passed away now. He wrote the theme for a British panel show called Have I Got News for You? And he went in to the Have I Got News for You production office with an acoustic guitar and a kazoo, and played them the tune. And they went, "That's brilliant, I love it." And that was how he pitched the song.
Well,
pitched the theme tune.
But that is how songs used to be pitched. It used to be, someone sitting in front of a piano or guitar and then singing it to the A&R men. Yeah. Not like that anymore. Very different. Like that anymore. But best of luck. I really hope it's as amazing. It's as amazing as you think, and your daughter thinks it is.
Because that's all that really matters.
Absolutely. I think you've slipped by a couple, mate.
Have I? Oh, sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry.
The Firebirds. Hey guys, I was thinking of switching from my 1995 Fender Tone Master to a Kemper for live gigs. What are your thoughts of the Kemper? Loads of people use Kempers. I'm not a massive fan. But if you want to do a live gig, and
if it's a silent gig, silent set, then it's one of the 5 or 6 ways you can do it.
Definitely. I gigged for ages using a Kemper, and it sounds great. It does. It sounds great. It's great for live. It's really great for live.
No one's ever said to a Kemper player, "Can you turn that guitar amp down, please?"
Yeah, I mean, just try and find a way. If you haven't got a silent stage, you'll need to find a way of amplifying it so you can hear it, and so make sure you get a decent FR cab. But by the time you've done that, you're talking, including the Kemper and the cab, you're talking a minimum, over $2,000. So it's not a cheap.
No, not a cheap endeavor, but a Kemper is useful without it does have its uses off stage as well. So
yeah, I think if you're going for a Kemper, if you're looking at Kempers, go and try out a Kemper, and at the same time try out a what have we got? Cord Cortex.
Cord Cortex, yeah.
At the same time.
Definitely.
John Randall says, why would a company not send out gear for reviewing? Seems like they don't want to promote their own stuff. Please explain.
So there's 2 schools of thought on this. One is that they don't actually they don't want the hassle of sending out gear for review, because obviously it does cost. Gear does get trashed by reviewers. Not everybody looks after stuff like Paul and I do. Trust me, I've heard many a horror story about microphone brands getting stuff back in pieces. There is also the whole kind of, they make you buy it thing. Now, I know of hardware manufacturers who'll say, yeah, we will lend this to you for a certain amount of time, but and we will do you a deal if you want to buy it. And the chances are you probably will want to buy it. But they get it the other way. They make you pay for it in the first place, and then if you don't want it, you send it back and they refund you. That to me is that's not reviewing, that's buying something.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it? Because it's like you're doing them a favor by hopefully promoting their their piece of equipment, unless you're going to slag it off, and they make you. It's a strange business model, isn't it?
But they're not from round here, if you know what I mean.
Where are they from?
German, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or certainly the European distribution is German, and they will not send out review units. It's frustrating.
It's crazy.
Nothing we can do about it. I agree. I've been trying to get hold of one for years. Since the 11 rack came out, I've been trying to get hold of a Fractal. They just won't. It's annoying.
Yeah. Evening, David. How you doing? John Partridge. James, what's that red head behind Joel?
Her name is no. That is a rather lovely Chandler GAV19T. It is a 19-watt hand-wired piece of beautifulness. No master volume. That is about as raw as it gets. It's awesome. In the kind of style of the kind of Selma Vox. It's an awesome amp. It's 19 watts. I normally use it on 5-watt mode, and it's brutal. It is absolutely brutal, but awesome.
Yeah, you don't see him about much. I mean, has anyone?
Steve Stevens has got one and loves it. Yeah, there's a few people who've used them, but I mean, even when I said to the UK distribution for Chandler, I said, how many have you sold? He said, 1. You're one.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that's a good thing. I mean, it's one day it could be one of those rarities.
Yeah, could be. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I'm not getting rid of it. I love it. It doesn't do. None of the other amps that I've got do what it does.
Okay, nice.
It's got a very, very boutique-y kind of original sound, which is cool.
Nice.
That's that one. Sorry. There we
go. Evening all. I'm late. Sorry, Dave. No problem, mate. No problem at all. Good to have you. Bruce Brooks. Why do my notifications come half an hour after the stream starts? Missed half the show. Oh, what's going on there?
No idea. I'm really sorry.
But it's always. Sorry, it's always. I mean, apart from when we're on holiday, it's always every Wednesday at 8 p.m. BST or GMT.
Always. Unless we've said otherwise. I mean, I normally put the announcement out about the stream up about 10 a.m. in the morning. So check out Facebook and YouTube, our YouTube channel, and that's where the post goes that will say, hello, we're up tonight and we're doing our thing. If you don't see that, then obviously check on our YouTube channel about 8 o'clock UK time. Sorry that the announcement didn't go out on time. That's out of our control, unfortunately. I think it could be because we're using StreamYard as a kind of an aggregator, if you like, to feed YouTube and feed Facebook and feed the other platforms.
Yeah.
It could be that. I'm sorry if it is, but this is really simple, and simple is good when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah. James meant the software that we use is simple. Mike Aiton says, surely Keeley compressor is like a studio compressor. Yeah, I'd like to know what the difference is between, something like an 1176, which is, a big old box, or
mostly a big empty box.
Yeah, they are a very empty box. And, I guess VU meter, that sort of stuff.
Mostly a big empty box.
I tell you what, though, what is good about guitar compressors, about pedal compressors. Because there's very minimal visual feedback, it does make you use your ears.
Yeah.
More than looking at a VU meter going, oh, I'm compressing by 10 dB and that's a bit too much, or that's not enough, or
Yeah,
Not
interesting.
enough in my case. Stephen James, those mini heads are being pitched. They're cute. You just want one. I bought a Joey Bantam Marshall style for AU Australian $220 and still and use it. Sorry, and use it with a full band rehearsal.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So that's different. If you can actually use one of those little mini heads, it'd be interesting to have, like, if they are loud enough to do that, have them on a switcher, like a MIDI switch, like you've got, and switch between the different amps for your different tones. I get that.
Yeah.
But then by the time you've
that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, you might as well buy a decent amp in the first place.
You might as well buy a Mr. Boogie Road King and have all those sounds in one go.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. The standard Keeley compressor, Chris Kunish, it says, the standard Keeley compressor is still heavy-handed. Of Keeley's offerings, a limiting amplifier, GC2 comes the closest to studio compression and pedal. Interesting.
Very interesting.
I've got the, I don't want to pull it out because I'm doing a video at the moment. And I can't show the pedal board because there's something I can't show. But I've got the Keeley compressor, the black one with the white mix knob.
Yeah.
That's not heavy-handed.
Might not be for guitar, but might be for voice.
It could be, exactly. It could be. I mean, yeah, things. Yeah. Shahar Bar's in the house. Just got back from the dentist. Sadist. Do you guys know what a dentist is in the UK? That's a classic American thought. I mean, look at James's teeth. They're beautiful. Jesus.
Say, obviously with lockdown and things and moving house, trying to find a new dentist has been a challenge. My daughter said to me the other day, "Smile, Daddy," because obviously Jake lost his first tooth over dinner this evening. Lucy's lost her front two on holiday, and I sort of smiled at her and she went, "Daddy, why are your teeth yellow?" I was like, "Thanks, honey."
But can I just, I mean, it is completely off topic, but I think the thing is, in the UK, I think the difference, I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this, but we pay much more heed to personality than trying to look perfect.
Yeah, I'm leaving that one with you, mate.
Shahar Bar says, one more question. Options on the new Fractal FM9. We just did that, mate.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I'd like to try.
Shall I show it again? Shall I show it again just while we're here?
Show it again. I'd like to try it, but we're never going to be able to get one, which is the whole point about the review units.
And are you showing the screen?
I am, yeah.
You are, okay.
I am.
I like it.
It's going to be great, I'm sure. But we're never going to get to try one unless it's at NAMM. Are we going? Yeah,
we're going to go NAMM. The thing is, are they at NAMM? I don't think I've ever seen them at NAMM.
They're at NAMM.
They must be, mustn't they?
They're at NAMM, yeah.
Yeah, they must be. Okay, I'm back. I'm going back in.
Yes. Okay. So,
Jason Wade, hey guys at work, popping in to have a quick listen and give a thumbs up. Cheers, mate. Good to have you. John Partridge, could we get a demo on it, James?
Yes, yes, you can. I will make a note. Demo of the GAV. It might not be for a little while because we've got enough other things in the Skunk Works at the moment.
Why don't you bring it over on Tuesday?
Great idea. There we go.
Then I can have a bit of a fiddle with it.
Chandler Tuesdays.
Yeah, I'd like to have a bit of a fiddle with that and compare it to the plug-in version.
You'd make it sound great as well, which is always good, and I just make it sound.
I'm not sure about that. Half show better than no show. That's true, mate. Good to have you for the half show.
Definitely.
Do you have any recommendation for a good treble booster that works well with the JCM 800? I'd imagine something with an expanded range control would work well.
Treble booster. Although it's not technically, the TC Electronics Spark has got a really good top end on it.
I think the Spark is that a clean boost or is it a treble boost?
No, it's got a treble, but it's got a gain control, so you can. It's got a treble and bass and level control on it, so you can tweak it in such a way. Spark is one of the TC pedals of the about 5-6 years ago were great pedals, really solid, well built, and just you know that you can run over them with a tank. In fact, they did. Great pedals, and I love them. I've got a few of them. Have you still got your Alter Ego?
Yes,
yeah.
Great
pedals.
Delay. Yeah, really good. Really good, actually. Yeah.
I would recommend that. You'll probably pick one up on eBay for about 50 quid as well.
I'm not a massive treble boost fan, so I'm probably not the right guy to ask about treble boosters. I don't think I've ever tried one and liked it. Ryan Pross, when using a graphic or parametric EQ, such as the ones built into the Katana, how should that affect the tone knobs on the amp? Should they all be set at noon to let the specific EQs work their magic? No. So depending on where you place the EQ, you're either compensating for guitar or you're compensating for the amp. Get your basic sound right. So what I would do, go home, program up your amp, get your sounds right. When you go out live, you might find that you need a little bit more in certain rooms. You might need a little bit more treble. You might want to cut some low mids, do that sort of stuff. That's what it's for. It's not for shaping the amp.
It's not tone shaping, it's correction, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, perfect. That's a perfect way to explain it. Chris Kunish, GE7. Yeah, I mean they're awesome. I've got one on my pedal board down there.
I've got one down. Hang on.
So good. Such a good pedal.
Yeah.
We've done a couple of videos on them. So on the G7, really good. Really good. Any tips on IR loaders? I'm waiting for a Sir reactive load, either for doors or for an external box I can use live as well. Okay, so do you want a load box or just an IR loader? That's the question.
It is, because isn't the Captor X an IR loader?
Yes, the Captor. Yeah, no, the Captor X does. I think you can. Well, yeah, you can load. The thing about 2-note stuff is it loads their own sort of type of. Actually, but I think the Captor X does actually load IRs. Yeah. Yes. So if you've got a, but you're doing that, but
I know only because you can load IRs into it.
Yes, you can, but you can. There's plenty of pedals out there. I think Joyo make a pedal, or the cheaper. I can't think of the other sort of cheap Chinese brands that offer.
I don't know.
A little pedal that's an IR loader. If you're looking for a reactive load, great. Yeah, the Sir reactive load will be fantastic. The only thing for me is, and James just pulled up his head rush. The good thing about that is that on something like a head rush is that you can load in 2 IRs and have them left and right. So you can have a different IR at your left speaker and a different IR at your right speaker. Right. And you'd be surprised what a difference that makes to your guitar sound by having 2 different balanced cabinet. You might have a more weighty cabinet on one side, more bassy, and then on the other side a more sort of focused sort of trebly cabinet. Makes a big difference. But any tips on IR loaders? Yeah, we sort of did this a couple of weeks ago as well. IRs, when you buy IRs, you tend to get, if you buy an IR pack, you tend to get hundreds of IRs, and then you go through them one by one, and then you might like one, and then you go to the next one, and then you can't remember if it sounds any better than the other ones. It's a nightmare. So try and find someone that has already picked out some IRs that you might like and use them, or go and buy them.
Definitely.
David Bro says, I'm trying to buy you guys a Pims and Creme de Menthe, but I can't see where to pay. Cheers, mate. Pims and Creme de Menthe sounds
Vile.
What are you talking, mate? You don't know what you're talking about.
Pims and creme de menthe sounds absolutely vile.
I haven't had a drink since I've been back. I'm getting desperate. I think there's David. No, yeah, you're on YouTube. There's, do you know? I've never done it. If someone's done it before, one of you lovely people that's done it before, can you put in the comments how David can buy us a Pims and creme de menthe? Thank you, and thanks David as well.
Yes,
Brilliant.
thank you.
Lefty Mike, howdy all. Hello mate, how you doing? Danny T just picked up the Bogner Ecstasy. He just picked one up. Just picked up the Bogner Ecstasy mini head. Very similar to the Friedman BE Mini. Pretty cool for what it is. Excellent. Keith Milner, have you guys tried any of the mod devices stuff? No. James?
No, not at all.
Don't know much about them, to be honest.
No.
New head rush?
Yes, it certainly is. It's the baby one. It's the MX5. Video to follow shortly.
It's really good.
Great. Really. It's an 11 rack with a pedal board on steroids in a tiny box.
Yeah. Jason Wade, I can send you my FM3 to demo if you'd like. Oh, that'd be interesting. Ooh. Yeah. If you don't mind, Jason. Yeah, I'd be happy. I'd be happy to do a favor for Fractal. Let them, No, but thank you. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, I'd like to have a look at one. Thank you very much. Bruce Brooks, FM9, Helix, and Quad Cortex, etc., are all great, and any one of them would do the job just fine with a little bit of time and patience. Even a Katana Mach 2, completely.
Yep. Absolutely, completely, and utterly agree. I'm flying faster on the head rush than I am on the Quad Cortex, even though I've had the head rush for a week and the Quad Cortex for a couple of months. I'm way quicker on this thing.
Can I just say the only thing about the head rush, because it's so the Quad Cortex touchscreen, the head rush is touchscreen as well. Quad Cortex, easy, because it's a big old screen.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got mine here. Go on, James.
Head rush, tiny screen. It's only a 4-inch touchscreen. It is tiny. When you're tapping in text, typing in text for the for naming conventions, it is really hard. It's really tiny.
Well, the screen on this is really easy just to go like that. So,
but that's 1,500 quid. This is 400.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a genuinely a very relevant point, I think. Okay.
Hi chaps, FN9. We should have done it later.
We should have done it later.
Yes. So Chris, Christopher, we showed it a bit earlier actually, but
yeah, and we want one, but they won't send us one. So hey.
Lefty Mike, anyone ever used the TC Electronics Nova? Was that the one that Anderson were doing recently for like peanuts?
No, that was the G system, the big silver one. The Nova was 3 pedals in a switching system. Very, very cool thing, actually. I had a Nova for a while. I've had all the TC stuff over the years because I would do events and trade shows for them and work for gear.
Awesome. Stephen James says, Brett King here in Australia got a Fractal FM9 to review. Yeah, I saw that. And also, who's the other guy? Who's the other guy? The more sort of metal guy with a beard, Australian guy. He got one as well, I think.
I think you have to, I think as far up the pecking order as we are, I'd like to think we're up there, but we're not yet.
It's very true.
If I'm honest.
Very true. Chris Sabater, I got to say that my Blue Guitar Amp 1 Mercury Edition is great. Very versatile amp and use it for recording with impulse responses. Nice one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's honestly, it's the first thing that I plug in.
Yeah, sounds great.
If I need to do any sort of recording work, that's the first one I turn on. Brett Kingman here in Australia. Yeah, we've got that one, haven't we?
Yeah.
Cowboy Studios IR loader.
Just an IR loader. I think he wants we were talking about pedals and things, weren't we?
Yes, just an IR loader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know one.
Everything does it now. And any piece of equipment that's all the multi effects now, you can load IRs and brilliant. The MXR 15 band EQ pedal is blinding. Super bright blue lights. Ooh. Oh, yeah. I know the one. Yeah, cool. Nice. DMAC. Hey guys, just wondering if any further opinions on the Boss on the Boss Wazza headphones. I don't have an option to try before I buy, and heard the wireless can be buggy sometimes. I haven't had any problems with them. I've been and honestly really impressed with them. Really, really good. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Some people say that there's like a drifting problem. So meaning you put the headphones on and, there's your sort of forward position, and then you turn this way, and then, the amplifier's there. So, it's coming to that ear. And some people say when you put your head up and down, it drifts. I haven't noticed that. But there's an option on the app just to switch all that off. So you still get the sound that you get, like the stage sound, which is absolutely amazing. But when you shift around, you don't move it. Personally, I think that's the bit that I don't use. I won't use it if I want to practice. If I want to practice, I want to hear. It doesn't matter where I am in the room. I want to hear the guitar as it is.
That's the gimmick. That's the gimmick to me. That's a bit weird.
Sure, but it's really clever. It's amazing, and it's quite interesting to use that. The great thing is that when you're playing it with a backing track, you can have the backing track. You can make the backing track in a different position. It's really clever stuff. And it sounds brilliant.
This is going to sound like we are bigging ourselves up and asking you lot for money. We're not, but someone did ask how to do it. So,
okay, so Mike Aiton says, thanks, Mike. Go to the bottom of the live chat, and on the left-hand side is an S sign.
Dollar sign. Dollar sign.
Okay. Cheers, Mike. Thanks for doing that, mate. Atari Wolf, does the Headrush use the same emulations as the 11 rack? What I'm saying is maybe it looks good, but the emulations are old school. I don't think it does.
No, I don't think it does either. I emailed them today to find out if there is a neat way of exporting my 11 rack presets into the Headrush, rather than actually copying them over one block at a time and doing a level match thing, because it's a right pain in the ass, especially after I reset my thing back to factory reset, thanks to Mr. Drew. I would love there to be a neat way, but they're a different format. I think the 11 racks are RTX and these are .rig format. So I don't think it's going to be as sweet as that, which is a real shame. No, but
I was expecting it to have the same sort of sounds, and it doesn't. It's way more. It's got way more amps in there.
Yeah.
Danny T, James, now that you've had your Audient console for a while, how do you like it? Would you consider replacing it with the SSL Origin?
Never in a million years. It's mine. It's not going anywhere. I love it. This thing is the center of my world. And the reason I went for it is several-fold. One, I love the Audient preamps. I was using Audient preamps before I got the console. They've got character when you want it, but they are sweet and they are clean and they are lovely. I can interrogate the signal path pretty much anywhere. I've got the flexibility of routing in and out. I can do, it is probably the most flexible console at this sort of price point available. It's awesome.
Nice.
And it feels like, I know the Origin's a big thing to sit in front of and a big impressive thing, but this is, for me, where it's at. It's a proper inline, proper console. I've heard rumors of an automation upgrade, but they are just rumors at the moment. But it's a fabulous thing. The EQ sounds amazing.
It's faders. You think they think? Oh, that would be awesome.
There's an option. There's a retrofit option apparently.
Oh, nice one. Ah, look, give the man.
I can't do it.
Oh, look, there's two.
Oh, good grief.
We're gonna have to do this, aren't we? We're gonna have to do this. Thanks, guys.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much.
Yeah, cheers, guys. That's very kind of you. That really is kind. We'll get down to you and we'll give you a thank you as we're going through the.
We will do.
Next one. Christopher Short, Leon Todd. Yes, Leon Todd. That's the guy I was thinking of. He's got an FM9 as well. Yes, I wonder if it's the same one that they're passing around. But anyway, probably. Chris Bourne. Hey, Paul, you taught me guitar 21 years ago. God, Chris, the name really rings a bell. The name really rings a bell. Oh, I've taught so many people. I bet if I saw you, I'd go, "Oh, Chris, yeah, hi." Chris, yeah, the name definitely.
Amazing.
Yeah, nice
Amazing.
one. Oh, yeah, good to have you on board, mate. Peter Ludlow, I record my Mark 250 Katana through Audacity.
Audacity.
Audacity, sorry. I use it. I use a backing track from YouTube, which I play through the phone socket. How do I get it to record with my playing at the same time? Only my guitar playing records. Okay, I record my Mark 250 Katana through Audacity. I'll use a backing track from YouTube, which play through the phone socket. Oh my God, this is messing my head.
Yeah, but Peter, I think you're kind of going at it a bit.
I've got
backward.
Yeah.
What you need to do is you need to get that backing track into Audacity.
Absolutely.
That way, then you've got control of Audacity, and you can then do what you like with your guitar signal. Don't try and do the two at the same time and blend it into Audacity. That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare scenario. Get the track into Audacity on a separate channel, then record the guitar along with it. Much easier.
Without a doubt. And then you'd be playing the track from Audacity, so you'd be pushing play on your computer, and then you can record separate track.
And the two are perfectly in sync.
Without a doubt. John Randall, DMAC, I've got the Boss headphones and agree with Paul. Absolute no issues. Brilliant kit.
Cool.
They are really good. They're really good. Charles McCarthy, hi Boss Katana 100. Which sounds better, humbucker P90 or single coils for a live show? Ooh.
I would have to say, it depends what you're doing on that live show.
Definitely.
If you are a chug merchant and you're happy with your guitar around your ankle somewhere, I would be tempted to go humbuckers. If you want your leads to cut through, I would go single coils. And P90s just sound like P90s. They don't really sound like anything else. I mean, why do guitar players swap guitars between songs?
Absolutely. Do you know? Can I just say I've just remembered who Chris Bourne is. Chris, how you doing, mate? Send me a message. Send me a message, and it'd be nice to chat to see what you're up to.
Yeah.
So, go on then. Okay. So for me, I still love. I'd always choose single coils. I just love single coils. I love the clarity of a single coil. Just love single.
Yeah, I just like the way a humbucker just goes all mushy sometimes, and you have to push it harder than you normally should. But to get it to cut through, you end up going, "Wow, that guitar's really loud," and you go, "Yeah, but I like it."
Do you know what? I think maybe a combination of both. Then get something like a super strat type thing. Hum single sorted.
Single hum if you can find one.
Good luck with that.
So David Brose, we should.
Thank you, David. Very kind of you. And
thank you, Chris.
Thank you so much, guys.
Awesome stuff. And
I'll be buying James lunch next week.
Damn right.
John Partridge, after watching your tape echo video, I want one for gigging. What do you guys think of the Echo Fix EFX2 tape echo? And it's a real tape machine. Overkill? I do not. And I tell you what, James, you talk, and I'm going to look that up.
So, gigging is a beast where if it can go wrong, it will go wrong.
So true.
The idea of having a spinning tape live on a gig where you don't actually have to scares the living you know what out of me. So for me, it's a studio thing. It's a thing of beauty. It's too fragile. It's too old to go out on the road. There are probably units which would happily survive that sort of punishment. Eric Johnson uses an Echoplex live still. Gary Moore used to go out with a Watkins Copycat. So people have obviously done it, but that particular unit's too old, and I like it too much to trash it.
Can you share my screen?
Certainly can. Oh, that's
so
nice.
Basically, it's basically the
updated Roland Space Echo, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. Oh, Rick Simpson's got on, James. Maybe you could.
It's 3,000 Australian dollars.
So what's that? So that's $1.5 grand.
About that.
Look, oh mate, I love that. Do you know what? I think you'd be absolutely fine. You'd be absolutely fine taking something like that about. I think if you were taking a vintage, if you're taking James's
in a wooden box, that would be scary.
Yeah, I think I would, but I would. Yeah, if you don't mind lugging stuff about, I would definitely be taking that around with me. I think they just sound fantastic. They sound different to emulations.
You were more gushy about it than I thought you were going to be. I thought you were going to go, oh, what a one-trick pony. But then we plugged it in and went, this just sounds awesome.
It's just great. It's just proper vibe. And as I demonstrated in the video, I think you can really actually, James, can I come out? Is that all right?
You are out, yeah.
Just using it with a touch of mix in, just so the delay is just barely audible. It was great, and you don't have to have it like a country slap. It just adds that nice sort of bit of space around the track. Oh, look at this! It's all coming in.
It's blimey.
Thanks. So hold on a second. Let's give thanks first. So yes, John, thank you so much. John Partridge.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, sir.
Oh, well done. And Shahar Bar has bought us a pint.
Oh, thank you, sir. Right, the reason we're not doing the nice big applause button is because you'll notice no Britney Spears headset mic tonight. I'm using the old. Oh, go away, Siri. The mic, because we've decided that that's what's causing the internet dropout problems on my side. So I need to find a solution to that, basically.
Yeah, but cheers, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for the beers. It's
we don't do it for that. We do it for pleasure and for fun, and because it's giving something back to a community that's been very kind to us, and is we're trying to build this thing. So we don't do it for that, but thank you.
Can I just say I like Shahar's stupid questions. It sort of makes my day. I sort of look forward to him coming on and putting something that you don't know if you're actually going to be able to say it. Keeps us on our toes. He keeps us on our toes.
It does.
James, how's the studio build going? Been working Wednesday for weeks.
So there is an update of sorts. On Friday, we put the planning application in officially. By Friday afternoon, we'd had a request for an environmental impact statement, which is basically a questionnaire to say, are we ripping down trees, and are we taking up hedgerows, and are we destroying woodland or anything like that? Because of where I am, it's quite rural, and they're quite concerned about that sort of thing. I have filled it in with a big fat no to every single question. I'm not doing anything to damage the environment, taking any trees down. We're going to be getting a tree surgeon in to sort of tidy some up, but that's totally legit. So that's apparently it's a good sign. If they get back to you that quickly, that's a really good sign that it will all go through nice and smoothly. I was walking past the town notice board. That's how quaint the town I live in is. And I noticed there were some planning applications that have been listed. Mine wasn't there yet. I'll check sort of end of the week and see if mine is on there.
Nice.
So it's all happening in the right direction. I've got the plans. I've got some plans through, which if I could, I would show you, but I think they're still in an email. I can't. I'll get the documents for next week so I can show them to you. It's nothing very exciting at the moment, but it's getting there. Nice. I've been trying to source tri-light trussing or trussing this week. The mini truss, so I can have the tri-light over in the roof, so I can hang lights and stuff off without stands and things. Very cool. Getting excited.
Nice one. RJB, Emily Blunt or Kate Winslet?
1, 2, 3. Emily Blunt.
Without a doubt. Do you know Kate Winslet used to come and see my band all the time? She was friends with the singer, so yes, it's interesting. Yeah,
you trying to tell us? You trying to tell us you have?
No. But yeah, she used to come. Yeah, she used to come and see us all the time. Joe Johnson, love your work. Thanks, mate. Wanted to ask, how do you make all the plugins sound so forward in the mix of the video? It literally sounds better than when companies make their own demos. That's interesting.
It's because we're quite good at it.
Well, that's yeah. I mean, we have been doing it for a while, to be honest. So I wonder. I don't know. I don't actually know, mate. That's really interesting.
I don't do anything different for a tutorial or for a review than I would do for a mix. I don't do anything. I don't go, oh, I'm going to overcook this just because it's a review. I'll do it, or for a tutorial, I'll bring it back to where I'd actually do it. Some people have said, wow, that you use really light compression, don't you? I said, that's because I use really light compression. I would rather use 6 levels of compression to get somewhere than slam something. I know your Captain Von slams a lot, but
yeah, I love compression. Yeah, I mean, yeah, mixing maybe. I've done quite a lot of mixing, that sort of stuff. Yeah, but thank you. Cheers, Joe. That's nice to hear.
I think actually it's down to we take care is the honest answer. You know, we've got people say, oh, I can make a tutorial. My normal answer to that is crack on then, because actually when you're making a tutorial, you're making a video of how to make a video. It's really hard. You're adding another layer of complexity to already something that some people find quite difficult. You know, mixing, it's, if you can do it, if you've got great ears and you're very gifted, you can just do it. But making a video of doing that is a whole nother level of complexity. There's, you know, people say, oh, how do you do this? Well, simple. We have 2 rigs running sometimes. I've got 2 different DAWs running, 2 systems running. Paul's got his hardware video switching system that he uses. It's not easy. I've got sometimes I've got 5 cameras running for a video, which is obscene.
Yeah, that is obscene.
Yeah, it's fun.
Joe Johnson, Joe, sorry, that is the one thing I dislike about plugins, that they sound back in the mix, even if it's only guitars, but not on your channel. Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's yes, and I think a lot of people do say that about plugins. Before we do the next question,
we should do the announcement. Yes.
So I've already done it.
Yeah.
I did a random tone generator. So this is the Bosch Gt1 Giveaway that we're doing.
If I didn't have small people upstairs, I'd go over and play a drum roll.
Would you? Oh, thanks, mate.
I would, but they're upstairs asleep now, so I'm not going to.
So I did. So there were 403 entries. So I don't think that, you know, I think that's good odds for people, you know, who want to enter.
Better than winning the lottery and better than getting COVID.
Absolutely. And I did a random number generator in Google, and it came up as number 43, who was Nick.
Yes.
Nick Jones. So Nick, I'm going to send you an email. Congratulations, and this will be on its way to you. Hopefully, you don't live in the middle of
Mongolia.
Fingers crossed, because that's going to cost me some money to send that. But yeah, well done, mate. Good work.
Very well done indeed. So John Partridge has sent us some money, which is lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
Charles McCarthy says thank you. Well, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And he says classic rock covers. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, okay. So I'm imagining that's the pickup question.
Yeah. Okay. So classic rock covers. I would go a Super Strat. Then you've got humbuckers and single coils and all sorts. Yeah. Or even a Strat. Just a Strat.
Yeah. Definitely. But if you've got a Strat and you really want a humbucker, and you don't want to, you know, cut out your scratch plate or you know, swimming pool the internal bit of your guitar, just get one of those humbucker size, single coil size humbuckers. Seymour Duncan JB Jr.
Yeah.
Amazing sounding pickup.
And they're hot as hell as well.
Oh, I didn't notice they were hot. Nice one. Okay, next one.
This is it.
Oh, sorry. No, Joe John says no split humbucker truly sounds like a single coil. I agree.
Absolutely true. He does make a good point.
Charlie said,
Emily Blunt or Charlotte. Yeah, every time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What shot? No, well, we're not going to be fighting then, so that's all good.
All I have to say is Charles Theron in Hancock. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, where are we? Hi, James. Hope you got the APB back. Okay, thanks for letting me have it for a while. I waited on my 2 APB. Oh, nice.
Balloon Man, you are very welcome. I know I spoke to Jason today actually about the problem you were having, and I know it's something that Colin and the McDSP team had never seen before. So, A, thank you for bearing with us. B, you're welcome, and C, reach out to me directly. You'll find my email, and we'll chat about all things APB and stuff, and let me know how you're getting on and stuff. I'll be delighted to help in any way I can. There you go.
Nice one. They're 2 APB 16s. Nice.
That's some serious APB juicage.
That's nice. Joe Johnson, true that. Everything will go wrong live from one small yes, all from one small beer. It's very true. Beer always gets chucked over my gear.
Yes.
Again, thank you, Shahar. Very generous, mate.
I was offered a gig next Saturday, and my mate said, "Can you play drums for a kind of a rock covers gig?" And I went, "Yeah, great." He said, "Can you do the PA as well?" I said, "I've got PA, yeah." "And lights, yeah." "Can you sing a bit?" "Yeah." "Can you run it?" And I went, "Yeah, all right." He said, "It's X amount of money." It was quite a good amount of money for quite a. And I thought, I can't do that Saturday. Jen's working. And he said, "Oh, it's at here." And I thought, I'm not sure I want to do that gig.
Where was it?
Basically the middle of Salisbury Plain. It was a squaddy gig.
Oh,
now they're great fun.
2 o'clock finish though.
But oh my god, the gear gets wet.
Yeah, and a 2 p.m. finish. Sorry, 2 a.m. finish.
Yes, normally.
Oh, horrible gigs.
Yeah.
RGB, Bruce Brooks, nice
right
one.
on. Yeah, yeah, yes.
John Weller, afternoon, gents. Afternoon, John. Got a Headrush MX5 recently. Excellent, great device, highly recommended if you're looking for a pedal board modeling app. Nice one, mate. Yeah.
No, I'm not looking for a pedal board modeling app because I got one.
And I imagine they're selling like hotcakes.
Yeah.
I mean, they got the price right on that, didn't they?
Didn't they though? Oh,
really nice. Leon Barron, loving the Wazza Air headphones for practice. Just wish there was another way to record them. Well, other than a binaural mic. Completely agree. Wouldn't it be awesome if you could put them on your head, get the sound right, take them off, and there's a little socket, just go into and then record. It would be so good. Danny T, have the Studio Rats band ever considered doing a live jam on YouTube or Facebook Live?
So it's going to happen when I get the new studio up and running, because we can, because I'll have camera switching system, the whole shebang, and we can do it live properly. That's one of the things that my new studio. I did the Production Expert podcast last week. I think it went out today. So if you do fancy hearing a bit more about studio design and stuff like that, and going a bit deeper into that sort of stuff, check out the Production Expert podcast. It's a bit boring these days, and I can say that, but I was on it, so it made it more interesting. Sorry to any of the Production Expert faithful who are listening. But yeah, the whole thing about my new room is it's as much video as it is music. Obviously, all the gear is primarily music, and that's my thing. But so much of what I do now is video. Imagine the Martin Miller kind of setup, permanently set up like that. That's what I'm going to have.
Nice, yeah, nice.
It's going to be amazing. So yes, that will happen once I've got the new space. Watch this space, as they say, and it will happen very soon.
Nice one. Terry Wolf, according to Daryl Braun, YouTuber, the Schecter Solo Custom for under $1,000 is better than a Gibson Les Paul Standard. Mind you, he gushes about every Schecter guitar. Which
means one thing. Probably.
Yeah. Don't believe everything you hear.
A YouTuber tells you.
Apart from me. Yeah, apart from us. I'm not sure I want to get myself into that.
I think what's one man's trash is another man's treasure.
The thing is, the thing is, it's, you know, what Les Paul standard. You know what I mean? It's like I could try out 15 in a shop, and they would all play differently and feel differently and sound different, and that, you know, especially Les Pauls, it's a classic. Yeah.
Yeah. Enough said.
Interesting. No. It's an interesting point. I think it's a bit wrong for someone to say that, for Daryl Braun to say that, though.
Unless he's getting kickbacks like there's no tomorrow from Schechter.
I don't want to say that, but yeah, okay. James and Paul, have you listened to Marcus King yet? Oh yes, awesome.
I'm missing out, haven't I? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, awesome. What a voice. Great guitar playing, great voice. Joe Johnson, lol.
I think that's lol.
No. Joe Johnson, is the audio interface? Is it the audio interface preamp? Maybe. Okay, what are we?
Don't know what we're talking about there particularly.
Yeah, I wish there was a way that people could highlight a comment.
Yeah, you know, you can in WhatsApp where you can say what you're referring back to. Yeah.
Sorry,
so, Joe.
If there's any questions like that, because we get the questions so much later than, because, you know, the feed that we're giving you is probably about a minute late.
30 seconds to a minute, definitely.
So yeah, it's quite hard. So to put this comment or whatever like that, but yes.
Yeah. And he says, thank you for answering, but we haven't yet. You ready? Are you ready to get X-rated?
Yeah, he has to do it, doesn't he?
He does, doesn't he?
Eric Bender Gibson Pierre. Oh, I see. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
Okay. It's easy. It's easy. It's actually really easy.
Okay. Kill Gibson.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about. I don't know. Go on. I'll have to let you.
No, see that it's all down. It's all down to wording. Fuck Gibson. Kill Fender. Marry PRS.
I think I'm probably on the same.
Yeah.
Nice one.
So, yes. Yeah.
Hollywood actress, found your channel last week while searching PRS studio guitars. Any advice on which? Welcome. Nice to have you on board. Any advice on which PRS to go try first if looking to get one to cover most bases? DGT Studio or other model? Yeah, they don't make that anymore.
I know they don't. Well, there's a video coming out in the next couple of days, which, without giving too much away, is a bit of a PRS fanboy moment. I was really impressed with that studio. Sounds great. Yeah, really good guitar.
I mean, the studio's new. It's really easy. I always feel bad saying, "Oh, go and get a studio," because that's a new guitar. Of course, I'd say that. The DGT, if you like Les Pauls, DGT is fantastic. It's got that sort of sound, but it's way more versatile than that. I think the DGT sort of covers everything from sort of Les Pauls to, and it does get quite Telecastery. And the studio is like a bit more of a.
It's a super strat.
It's a bit more super strat, yeah. But yeah, I really like the studio at the moment. I'm really into it.
I think the studio is the most versatile of the ones we had yesterday, and it was yeah.
But then, you know, if you do more rock stuff, and you know, have a look at the custom 24s and that lot. You know, all the stuff's great. Lefty Mike says, "Do you guys hear about Sweetwater Music selling to some investment company?" I did hear that.
I've heard it, and it's nothing to be afraid of. They're probably looking for capital investment, which means an investment company comes on board to effectively oversee that. It's not a scary thing. Avid, Burger King, Guitar Center are all part of Bain Venture Capital. It's just the way it is. Yeah, it's nothing to be scared of. In some ways, it actually makes companies like Sweetwater more secure. They get a cash investment if that's what they're after, and they've got this huge conglomerate, multi-gazillion dollar company behind them. It can. I've never heard of it being something that gets in the way and causes problems.
Nice.
It worked for Apple, remember?
Joe Johnson, you're absolutely amazing. I'll be glad to see where your channel goes from here. Oh, thanks, mate. That's really kind of you.
Lots of cool stuff planned. Obviously, COVID knocked us for 6 for 18 months, but there's still some cool stuff going on.
Bruce Brooks says, why doesn't Super Chat allow you to use PayPal? In the past, I was able to buy Paul a few cups of coffee on his Katana videos using PayPal. Oh, thanks, mate. Cheers, Bruce. Much appreciated. I don't know, actually. I think because I think Super Chat is YouTube. YouTube is owned by Google. Google probably got their own way of
Google Pay. Yeah,
Google Pay, exactly. Yeah, there might be what it is. Yeah, so that, yeah, they're probably at odds, but thanks anyway. Hollywood actress Lefty, I heard that too. Also reminds me, didn't PMT get bought out by a park management team and venture capital firm? I could be wrong. Oh, interesting.
Okay, so PMT, the PMT story I know a little bit more of. PMT were a privately owned company by Simon and Terry, who I never entirely got on with or saw eye to eye with. Certainly when I was the poor guy going from Avid to do demonstrations there, I definitely was on the wrong end of Terry's or of Simon from time to time, which was never much fun. They did go for a management buyout. Simon and Terry wanted out after X number of years, and a management team with venture capital investment bought all the PMT music stores about 3 months before COVID shut them all. Now that's going to hurt, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I suspect that they all went online. They're doing a hell of a lot more stuff online. A lot more investment in both time and energy into their YouTube channel and their YouTube persona and all that sort of stuff. I always have I have a funny taste in my mouth from PMT just because of all that history. So they sell good stuff. I would, however, my money doesn't go there, if I'm honest.
Interesting.
Yeah. So.
Next one. Congrats, Nick. I wonder what that
not sure what that means. Yeah, so, hey.
Mike Aiton, do PRS sell their 5815 pickup separately?
Probably not. I wouldn't have thought. If I had a cool thing going on, I'd probably want to keep hold on.
Some of their pickups they do. They don't sell the DGT ones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, actually. It's a good question. Yes, good question. John Partridge, what's the perfect valve amp for home use? Must be valve, no Katana. Valve amp for home use. Thing about valve amps, and we've said this before, John, about you do have to drive them quite hard. You have to get the output valves cooking a bit to get to get the best sound out of them. So any valve amp, I would say, if you love valve amps like James and I do, get a load box of some sort, get an attenuator of some sort, so you can drive the power amp section. And
get one of those. Get a UA aux.
Yeah, a UA box or the Captor X, which is half the price of that.
Yeah,
and a nice valve amp, and you'll be happy. If for home use, I mean, then then you don't have to worry about it. It could be 150 watt amp, 150 watt triple rectifier if that's what you're into, because you can you can cook the output valves and then attenuate it down so you're still getting the sound of the amp. Fantastic. Yeah. Does the Headrush MX5 have a PC editor? Good question.
No, it does not, and that is one of its biggest failings at the moment.
That's coming.
I'd hope so, but bear in mind when you think that the pedal board's been around for a couple of 3 years now.
Oh, so even the Big Brother doesn't have a.
There is no PC or Mac editor.
Well, that's probably because they're used to the big touchscreen, because the other ones have got big touchscreens.
No, but it'd be way quicker to drag things around on the screen than it would. Yeah. Way quicker.
I agree. Has the Studio Rats band ever had problems with groupies? Oh yeah, all the time. I can't literally, as soon as I open that door, mate, it's No,
He's
unfortunately.
like, Paul, time for tea.
Yeah. No, unfortunately not. Not as yet, anyway. I'm expecting big things. I'm expecting
there's still
big
time.
things.
There's still time.
Chris says, Tokai Love Rocks are fantastic Les Pauls. Leave your historics and customs at home. Excellent. Yeah.
I've heard good things as well. I have heard ridiculously good things about the Tokai stuff.
We used to sell when I worked in Gig Sounds in Stratton, you know, Gig Sounds.
Certainly do.
That was, I guess that was early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
They used to sell Tokais in there, and they had the Strats, the Tokai Strats and Tellys, and they were always the ones with the varnished necks that I never got. So I've never really found a Tokai that I liked, but I haven't tried the Les Pauls. I'm sure they're great. John Wallace has also got the Black Star Carmen Vanderberg CV30 signature amp, guitarist for Bones UK. Oh, great amp. Sounds fantastic. I've got all the types of amps covered, Katana artist, modeler, and tube. Use it all. Nice one. Carmen Vanderberg, don't know. Nice. Jahabar, Atari Wolf, they're both married to each other.
I remember doing, back probably, I was in the talent for 14 years, so probably getting on for 20 years ago now, doing a gig, and we were doing the World Dance Fitness Championships held at Butlins.
Nasty.
And we went in, and they'd obviously been doing workouts and dancing all day in one of the big rooms, and the place absolutely reeked of sweaty bodies. I mean, absolutely stank. We went in, we got set up, did the sound check, did the gig that night. We were the only band on. We were playing for 3 hours straight through. And I remember at one point, girls lining up along the front to get off with our guitarist and our bass player. And I was like, I'm back here. You can come up, I'm back here. No, but anyway, yeah.
Well, I'm not surprised. Anyway, next one. Ridiculous Wonk. James, how does that headrush unit compare to the Bosch GT1000? The core isn't much more money. It's true.
It's a pretty close run thing, I would say, if I'm honest.
The only the thing I would say,
the editor is worth the price of admission for the core, I would say.
Yeah, but I mean, I would. Yeah, I've got the GT1000, but I would say the touch screen, having a touch screen, and also having an expression pedal. Because he's talking about the core, he's not talking.
Oh, that's true. Yes, the baby one. Yeah. But I mean, sonically, they're very, very similar. I mean, they're different. I think there's a different flavour to them. But I mean, actual functionality and form over function, all that sort of stuff, they're very similar. Yes, the expression pedal is definitely worth a bit, but the editor is worth a bit as well.
Nice, excellent. Joe Johnson, no problem. My bad for not taking the original question in the newer comment. Sorry for trouble. No, not at all. Not at all. If you still want to ask a question, please tag, and then we'll answer, of course. Bruce Brooks says F Gibson, but I would commit and marry all my Fenders and PRSs. Nice one. Yeah, people are quite passionate about. There are people that are very Fender or Gibson, aren't there?
Well, I've got, say, just next to me, I've got 2 Fenders, a Gibson and a PRS. And then over there, I've got another Fender, an Epiphone. So it's pick the right tool for the job. Pick the tool that sounds right for the song. I know that's very idealistic and stuff, but yeah.
Franco, love your channel, blokes from across the pond.
He also says
they don't sell. Franco says they don't sell any of their pickups. They've never found any other than resellers and reverb taking guitars. Interesting regarding PRS pickups. Yeah, thanks, mate. Wow, I didn't know that. David Bro says after having to hump a Fender Rhodes for 3 years in the 80s, like Fender. Yes. Yeah, those Fender. I mean, I've got a Fender Rhodes. They weigh a ton. That is such a heavy thing.
We used to, one of the bands I played in, we had a Fender Rhodes and a CP70.
Oh man, that's heavy.
Yes. Oh, yeah, no fun at all.
That's heavy. Lefty Mike says, any inside information from Thomas on the Ampex? No, unfortunately not. I'm really looking forward to it coming out. Also, the guy who sorts out Thomas's stuff that I'm in contact with is we're trying to organise the time for Thomas to come on the show next couple of weeks. I'm hoping.
Cool.
So you can all ask him. You can ask.
Yeah.
Franco did something crazy. I did something crazy and sold all my analog gear and bought the Helix floor. I love it, and I'm not looking back. Nice one.
If it works for you, then great.
Absolutely
fantastic.
Cowboy Studios. Girls' attention was the reason I switched from drums to guitar at the age of 13. Good man. That's it. That's good man.
I will be honest. I've never had a problem on the girls' front being the drummer. Never been an issue.
They're all blind and deaf, but
what? What about the girls? Anywho,
Chris says World Dance Championships after the live stream lookup. Tragedy strikes at an aerobics competition. Keep it on. Ooh, nasty.
Yes, lovely. I think we got there in the end. We ploughed our way through all our questions.
I feel like we've missed something, and I can't think what it is.
No, I don't think we have. I've got it all written down.
Great.
False finds of the week, GT1 competition. I'm going to be in the Chandler River next week. We talked about the J Station. We talked about the other videos and stuff. I don't think we missed anything. If there's no more questions, quite frankly, I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my anniversary because, believe it or not, my wife and I have been married 14 years today.
Congratulations.
Murky buckets and all that. Which of course meant I spent all day in here working and she took the kids to soft play. Who knew?
Nice one. There's a couple more. Do you want to do them?
Yeah, go on then. Let's dive in. Oh, here we go.
It always happens.
Here we go.
It always happens. Hollywood Actress says, hi, James. What PRS model have you got next to you? Which they don't make anymore. I
have got the rather lovely Swamp Ash Special from, we think, about 2011. It's ace.
It's a really good guitar, that.
It's ace.
Yesterday. It's really good.
It's even more ace now. Pulls, change the strings and tweak the neck a bit, and it just, it's beautiful. I love it.
Really good sounding guitar, that.
And I tell you what, this is, to me, because it's got a bolt-on neck, this is a proper super strat.
It is really good. It's really good.
Absolute bargain.
I can't believe I suggested you bought it and I didn't buy it myself. Really like it. Happy anniversary, James, from Fankel. Did I win the GT1000? GT1000?
You wish, Pez.
Hi, Pez. No, so we were giving away a GT1. GT1. Yes. God, I hope I didn't put. We're giving away a GT1000. That's going to cost me some money.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no. The winner was Nick Jones.
Nick Jones. Not Nick Jonas. That's someone else.
Surely he can afford his own GT1.
He probably can. Yeah.
The geezer, congrats. Lefty Mike, congrats.
Lee.
Mate, you're right at the end.
How are we going to tell him? Yeah. Oh, no.
Frankel, they need to bring that one back. They do need to bring that one back.
They do. It's a truly fab guitar, and it's my first PRS. I suspect not my last.
I'm thinking, I mean, they do bring back, the models. The studio's an example of that. But I'm surprised they haven't done a Sompash special reissue.
It's nice. It's a beautiful thing. It plays really nicely now. It's been tweaked a little bit, and it's lush. I love it.
Really nice.
And on that, I'm gonna take the stumps home and all that sort of stuff.
Sure, ball, mate. There you go.
It's my ball. I'm taking it home. So we will be back with you next week with more craziness. Hopefully, some more videos to share and some more exciting stuff to talk about. Stay safe, everyone. Do all. Someone got a little message on his phone, didn't he, Paul?
Oh yeah, so I've got to self-isolate. Yeah, I don't quite understand. I need to. Yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
I haven't got COVID. I've just got to self-isolate apparently.
Right. We will see you next time. See you next week, 8 o'clock. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Cheers, guys.